Yo, welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one's for Nathan For You, Season 2, Episode number 1. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
A couple comments from the last episode, starting with executive producer Faye, who says, loved your reaction. If you think that's cringy, when I got a little sick within the last few years, I was watching Professor Ian Duncan talk about this Korean drama that all took place within Subway sandwiches. The main characters fell in love because the boy who was selling sandwiches suggested a new sandwich to a girl, and it turned out to be the best sandwich she'd ever eaten. About 60% of this drama took place inside Subway sandwiches. Weirdly enough, I found it when I was really ill, so I keep having to check back on it to make sure it wasn't a fever dream. Oh, geez. It sounds like it worked out, though, for them. Like,
yeah.
It seemed like love happened.
I think we heard of that, though. I think we heard of that on that Netflix show that Aside or whatever was doing his show. And then he did a random thing.
Yeah.
And that was a random thing.
Okay.
That's Korean Subway soap opera or whatever.
Faye adds, I wonder why Nathan needs a PI for his PI, but that's just him, and hearing that guy say, who cares about Yelp, really takes me back to before Yelp was a thing. Yeah, his PI over PI is because he's so insecure and thinks everybody's lying with him and doesn't want to be his friend.
And he's old school.
And it's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then last comment's from Responsible. I love your name. It's very fun to read and realize what it says. It gets me every time. Okay. Don't worry, the show doesn't lose its identity. The meat and potatoes will still be helping people with their businesses in Nathan's particular ways. I love how you said helping people with their businesses.
Yeah.
With so much of the best and funniest still to come, but also the cherry on top is that this show is more than a comedy. I always feel a little bad for the taxi driver who didn't study up on marine life. It takes me back to my time in school when I didn't put enough effort into reading or finishing my presentations. Dude is already working not the best job and being paid less than he should be in America, so without public health care or housing or education, etc. So I hope he was more than fairly compensated for his time creating content for the show. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
And I totally feel you on the presentation thing too, but I'm like, I have such social and fear of speaking in public that I over prepare.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. Alright, great comments as always. Let's jump into season 2 of Nathan For You.
Nathan Fielder. And I
True for now.
to share the laptop with XP. So
it's 98% accurate, and he has pleasured himself to
And he has pleasured himself to
we determined yesterday that was possibly a glitch with the machine, or
no, I disputed that right
Did
away.
we determine that yesterday?
There's absolutely no way you were telling the truth on the 2 questions you failed.
Did we determine that yesterday?
I'm just trying to establish there is some uncertainty, and
There's absolutely no uncertainty. Your body.
So, were you happy with everything I did for you today?
Yes. True.
One more question.
Do you think that
Would you ever want to hang out sometime socially with me outside of this?
No.
No. True.
True.
You can't find nobody hang out with him. No.
Okay.
Have you ever posed for a painting before?
That's a small part.
No, not actually.
This is pretty nice, man.
You'd make a good model. You're very beautiful.
Thank
Well,
you.
bless your heart. Thank you so much for saying that.
You're welcome. So is that enough small talk to make you comfortable?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess so, yeah. What's up?
My mission was to make Sue
So
one
that
of
enough small
LA's
talk
top
to make you
realtors.
comfortable?
The plan? Have her specialize in a currently unrepresented group of homebuyer, the 50% of people who believe in ghosts.
Ghosts?
When you show a house, half the people that come through are thinking, is there a ghost in here?
Did somebody get murdered in here?
So it surprised me that I've never seen a realtor that can guarantee that all the homes they sell are entirely ghost-free.
I'm surprised I've never seen it.
I was like, which
So what
place
I'm
is it?
suggesting is a complete rebranding of you as the ghost realtor.
The ghoster.
It's really a wild idea.
Sue wasn't fully seeing my vision yet, so to
The
help
real
sell it to
ghost.
her, I mocked up
The
some
real
new
ghost.
branding and prepared a special surprise to get her excited. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Alright, open your eyes. Look.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
The ghost realtor.
Pretty great,
She's
huh?
a ghost.
With
She looks like a Casper.
Yeah, what she got?
100% ghost and demon free. Oh my goodness.
I could tell Sue was thrilled with her new image, but to fully rebrand as the Ghost
Is there
Realtor,
something
she'd
in
need
the
to
window
work with a
there?
professional psychic medium who could verify whether
Yeah,
her
it's a little
homes
ghost
were
in the
truly
window.
ghost-free. So I found a local psychic online and arranged for he and Sue to meet at one of her listings.
Oh my god.
My mother was considered queen of the psychics by Dr. Hansel, and he's written 145 books.
Wow.
And my daughter just found her first missing child in New York.
Okay. So just to be clear, if there's a ghost in this house, you'll be able to tell.
That's correct.
With Ron's guarantee, I introduced him to Sue.
My great pleasure.
And
Church at the Vatican over there for you to be able to be like, go ahead. And plus, they do a lot of background research and all that. I'm not sure if all that was done based on we finding the guy on YouTube and then asking him to come over and bless the house. But he was more than willing to come over and use his skills for good, if you will. And the surprising thing was the realtor was all about it as well. Because she had her own experience of seeing a ghost, which also surprised Nathan when she started talking about being choked out in Switzerland, which I thought added a really good element to it. Because then at this point, Nathan's like, oh, we off to a good, we about to go and take this all the way in. Then we got another psychic guy to come over to be like, yeah, this house is possessed or whatever, all that. It was just making for a good cringy time right there. And I don't know how Nathan is able to keep it in whatsoever. His face, just keeping that straight man face the whole time. Maybe he just don't have any sense of humor at all. Like, he don't laugh. But, like, that would be hard for me to do. All three of them things happening at once, especially at the end. When he was casting that demon out of her vertebrae. I was just like, what? I would have to grab my phone, too, and be like, what the hell is going on?
I would have had to walk out the
Like,
house. 'Cause I was like, this
what is happening right
ridiculous.
now? And so that joke killed it for me right there. And that's how you open a season for season 2. First one was alright, but this one right here took the cake, and that's why they spent the most time on it with it. So I'm with it, ready for season 2. Let's go.
I mean, the first part was great because I like the auto car place, and I like the fact that he genuinely was giving good quotes and things like that, and like all of his polygraph came out true. So that was just great to see from the mechanic standpoint.
Yeah.
And then Nathan's obsession with the fact that he got a false on whether he watched porn and all of that, I thought was so cringy and I wanted to die. Like, stop bringing this shit up. Like, this is really awkward.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, everything about the second half. I mean, they had to have known that the realtor believes in ghosts because it was just too perfectly set up. There's no way that he didn't know that she believed in ghosts because, like, that completely elevated that entire bit. I bet they originally planned for another bit because they typically do 3, and they're like, nope, we're gonna double down on this one because this is too perfect.
Yeah.
Her like losing it when he's like screaming in her face, I would have walked the fuck out the room. I was like, I can't even with any of this. This is too much for me. And to your point, babe, we watched so many exorcisms. Sure, they're movie based, but it did not seem like he had all of his shit together, like at all. It didn't
He
feel
only
like
had a little bottle of water. Like, he had a cross. He had
he didn't have a book.
He had a shawl. No head.
He
no
didn't
nothing.
seem like he was super prepared.
Yeah, he had nothing,
He didn't
man.
even need to know the demon's name.
Nope, he didn't even know.
Don't you need that?
Nope.
Isn't that a thing you need to exercise?
No, just tell me whatever I need to say.
But yeah, all that was just a hot mess and super cringy. So definitely setting up this season to be extra cringe, and I'm here for it. Can't wait for the next episode.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Nathan for You, Season 2, Episode 1. And until next time.